Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is FEDEX Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. Now this week's video is going to focus on Transformers Earthrise, War for Cybertron Trilogy's Starscream. And based off of what I'm looking at, man, I am so liking this. As a matter of fact, he's kind of reminiscent, and I've been hearing a lot of people say that this form is kind of reminiscent of the Generation Starscream that came out about, what, 10 or so years back. And I see that. I did have a Thundercracker in this case. However, I no longer have that figure, but I do see some similarities just based off of what I'm looking at. So let's go ahead and get him out of his... sorry, just jumping too far ahead here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. As you can tell, it's got a large open window. It showcases the figure, the stamp, you know, Earthrise, War for Cybertron Trilogy. The big red lettered Transformers, the Autobot symbol on the top corner, Takara Tomy. Now, on the side, you see a really awesome image of Starscream, you know, just pointing the way, leading his troops, when he actually is leading his troops. This is a Voyager class figure. I need to go ahead and actually start making a mention what types of figures these are, because I haven't been doing that. So this is a Voyager class figure, and this is pretty awesome here. And then of course you'll be seeing this piece of artwork throughout the whole Earthrise line here. So it's a great piece of artwork. I've said once, and I'll continue to say, if Hasbro goes ahead and releases this artwork as posters, oh man, I would have this place littered with it. But one other area to look at, and that is the back of the box, which showcases the product shots in both robot mode and vehicle mode. Now it looks like, yes, I do see that. I see that they have him posed where he is holding a Battle Master. Looks like a big old hammer. So, yeah, that actually is cool looking. Well, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him unboxed. Okay folks, there he is out of his plastic prison and posed up, and he is looking awesome. Wow. And like I said before, he's kind of reminiscent of the Generation Starscream that came out about 10 years ago. And wow, I mean, it is a very, very good likeness. I'm going to go ahead and pull him a little bit closer here so we can see his sweet, sweet pudding. Now, I'm not sure if you all can see this. No, unfortunately. But I can assure you, I am seeing them beady red eyes of his on there. And let's see if we can focus on that face just a bit. There we go. And he doesn't have the smirk, but I mean, he is, you know, he's got a lot of molded detail. Look at that. Good gravy. Yeah, from the intakes to the turbines to the arms, even the forearms have some good molded detail on here. Even on his waist and codpiece, his thighs have a lot of molded detail. Man, I haven't seen this much detail for Starscream since the Underbase saga in Marvel Comics when they had the licensing for Transformers. And for those of you that actually read that series, you saw all that detail that they put on him. Look at that. That is awesome. And he's got his null rays, which is pretty cool. His wings. The backs of the wings. Of course, the other piece of the cockpit. His airplane butt. And the backs of his thighs. That is awesome. Now, one thing I did notice upon opening this, and I'm going to show you now, the Decepticon symbol that they have on here, not really liking the positioning. They have it upside down, where it should be, in the facing the opposite direction, because it's supposed to show correctly, even in vehicle mode. It shows this symbol in the opposite direction. So hopefully, I think Toy Hacks may wind up putting some sort of label correction for this. If they do, great. And there is some hollowness here, but I guess that is due to transformation. And of course, you got this little cockpit, cover here in a way, which is again reminiscent of the Generations line. So that's pretty awesome looking. Oh man. So had to go ahead and focus. So yeah, I mean, wow. So there we go. Much better. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do some articulations. Now, one thing I noticed is that his wings do fold this way. Now, someone had asked a question. I think it was on one of the Transformers groups on Facebook. It may have been on Reddit. No, I think it was on Facebook. Where, why do his wings fold? So I put down a smart ass answer stating, it's in case, in case he gets tired of flying, he can use his wings to flap around. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and move on ahead. And as you can tell, his arms do bend already at 90 degrees, because you already see examples of him holding up his arm like that, not to mention bending it. He does have bicep swivel, as you can tell from this. He does have that going on. It's very tight though. I guess this is just my copy, and I'm grateful for that, as a matter of fact. His arms can move up, can swing normally 360. However, because of, there we go. So there we go. So you can be able to twist and turn his arm 360. His wings can go back, but that's due to transformation. There we go. And unfortunately, there is no wrist rotation on here, but his hands can fold up like so. And again, that may be due to transformation. Let's see here. There is no waist rotation. His feet or his legs can kick up so high. He does have a type of crotch plate here. He can kick back so far, but again, this butt flap here gets in the way. He does have ankle rotation. Well, not ankle, but thigh rotation. His knee can bend about 90 degrees. And he does have there we go. He does have an ankle tilt. So let's try and put him in a heroic pose, which is kind of difficult for Starscream considering he's not exactly heroic. So, and ta-da! Yes, there we go. Much better. Now, I think I would not, honestly, I would not be that surprised if a third-party company comes up with an add-on kit to give him the shoulder pads and the cape and the crown for this version. So that'd be interesting. All right, so give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and review the instructions before we proceed further. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with transformation. Alright folks, I am back. Okay, so first things we're going to have to do is we're going to take off the null rays, which are up here. Pop and pop. Alrighty. That's actually a pretty good pose. I like that. Alright, so now I'll go ahead, pull the arms down like so, put his head straight, and now we're going to move the hands or the arms up in front of him like that, and we are going to go ahead and move these forearms like so. Oh, there we go. So this, whoa, is trying to get away from me. Alright, so the top parts of his forearms go up like so. So we gotta go ahead and pull those up like that. Okay, and according to the instructions there, and I'm going to try and zoom in on that, there we go, there is a type of hanger on here that you just pull up and okay, let's see here. So we're going to slide, there we go, slide this front piece of the forearm. We gotta move this little notch right here. Now, I'm wondering if I am forgetting something here. Hold on, folks. I think I need to, well, that's to, oh, okay. So we gotta pull this down like that. I guess, yeah, like so. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do the same with the other arm. Just that like that. There we go. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip the hands up like that. Do the same with the other. Okay. Alright. gonna go ahead and flip this down, supposedly like so. What am I doing wrong here? There's something I'm doing wrong. Okay. Alright, so one thing that I just noticed here. So this little piece right here, I'm gonna try and show you. So when you slide it in, this piece has to be up. So when you move the hand up, it's supposed to slide in through that little hole, like that. Then you put the hand. Oh, busted. Okay, for those that did not see it. Okay, so once this gray piece is through this little hole here, this square peg, you gotta put this flap back down over, and then you put the hand through like so. So for those that didn't see it the first time, there's this square peg here. It's gotta go, because once you have the hand up, there's going to be an empty space right here. That's where that square peg is going to go. So once that's there, you just slide it in, and then, come on, there we go. And then once that's in there, and you're going to see the gray peg already in, you just slap that on. There you go. Alrighty, so now, so far, so good. Now that that is done, we gotta pull these arms down again. Alrighty. So, is everyone following along? Okay. Alright, so the next thing we gotta do is we gotta pull this nose cone, which is back here, up. And there we go. Okay, oops. So, for those that didn't see it, so this nose cone piece is on a hinge right here. Oh, for those that didn't see it, let's move that wing out of the way. So there's a hinge right there, a little arm. We gotta lift that up, get this nose cone over his head, like so, and then it's supposed to snap in like that. So let me adjust the angle of the camera and I'll show you again. Alright folks, so like before, alright, so there is that little arm right there that connects the nose cone to the back of his body. You have to lift the nose cone up and then get it over his head like so. And there is a little peg right here. There's a peg right there, and it snaps right inside the cockpit. And there you go. And we got a freaky old cone head. Okay, so now, alright, so now we gotta pull the chest forward. And yeah, there we go. So the chest piece is held by a couple of pieces here. Oof. There we go. And not to mention, one thing about this is that this front piece Oh no, it's just plastic. I thought it was die cast. It feels like it's die cast. But anyway, now that that's been disconnected, we gotta pull this front portion open like so, and we gotta move this nose cone out, and we gotta twist it around like so, and then boom, snap. So like that. So for those that didn't see it the first time, so once this whole portion is pulled back, we gotta lift it up, and it's on an armature right there, as you can tell. But there's also, it's on a mushroom peg, so you can turn it. Once it's turned, you gotta go ahead and move the nose cone. Oops, shoot. Move this nose cone up like so, and snap it in. Alright, now once that's done, you gotta pull these arms in like a butterfly. So once they're in, boom, you're good. And then all you gotta do is pull this back in and just snap that in there. Alrighty. So far, so good. Alrighty. Now that that part is done, next thing we gotta do is pull this crotch piece up. Okay. Okay, and now it's saying, okay. Now it's talking about, yes, the side pieces here. So you gotta rotate these side pieces, and then turn the feet in, and then we're gonna do the same thing like so. Turn this down like that, and then there. So hang on folks, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the camera once again to give you a totally different angle so we can replay that again. Alright folks, so now that we got these in, I'm going to adjust the camera to show off his feet. Alright, so just to go ahead and replay that last part, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to twist these rear wings and snap that in there. So for those that didn't notice it the first time, there's a slot right there. There is a small tab right here. So that's where it's going to snap. You're going to turn this rear rudder back over here. Same thing on this side. And then just snap that in there. And there we go. Now, with these pieces down, what we need to do is lift this toe like that, and so. Alrighty, so far, so good. Alrighty, now, next thing we gotta do is snap the feet. There are a couple pegs on either side, and there we go. Because beside those pegs, you have the ports, but they're in opposite directions, so you're able to slide them in there. Now, the next thing you are going to do is slide these legs into these calves. So for that, you're going to open that up, and you just simply are able to just pull them open like so, and that shows that they are on an armature. So you're going to slide those in. And oh yeah, one other thing I forgot to mention, there's some ports right here those go into the tabs that you see before you. And come on. Oof. For some reason, it is fighting. Alright, and then okay, hold on. I know I'm doing something wrong here. Okay, so okay, then those go like so. Alright, so once that is in there, somewhat flushed, then you just get my fat hand out of the way. So all you gotta do now is snap those in like so, and then put this crotch piece back down. Alright, and it's still not going flush. What the hell? Okay. Alright, so hold on a sec, folks. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, come on, damn you, get in there. Okay, and snap. Yeah, for some reason it is not going flush, but we need to go ahead and continue on. So, with that being said, now, all we gotta do now is flip the wings over like so. Okay, so we flip the wings over and then snap that in there like that. Now there is a small, very, very small tab. I'm not sure if you're able to see, but it is right here. It goes into this little notch right over here. Now just snap that on there, and then try and make sure that is on there. Okay, it looks like it's now becoming a little bit more flushed. Alright, pull these. Oh, one other thing, almost forgot. And I probably should have done that beforehand, but now we gotta put his null rays in these ports right here. And do the other one right here. Alright, and so let's see. Sorry folks, I know I'm out of camera. Okay. Alright, so let's alright. So there he is in vehicle mode. And now he's not bad looking. I love the way he looks. He's very reminiscent of the old G1 style, and I did have a reissue. I should say a 2019 reissue of Starscream. However, I did wind up selling it mostly because of the fact that the wings were too loose, not to mention the missile pods when in vehicle mode. The stems were just way too long. That was really, really ridiculous to have something like that on there, especially for this type of figure. Let's see, trying to think of something else on here as well. Oh, yes. So, I'm not sure, or I don't think I remember that there was ever any landing gear for the Generations version of Starscream. But I really wish they did add on a landing gear for this version. That would have been so cool. That would have been a lot better, as a matter of fact. But you know, all in all, it is a good-looking figure. Sorry, just trying to make sure this thing is flush, because that's one thing that I was having some issues with earlier, was that it just would not stay flush. See, the minute, there we go. Damn it to hell. Okay, there we go. So it looks like, yeah, looks like this one kind of fell through the cracks in terms of QC. But like I said, all in all, it's pretty good looking. It's got some really good paint applications. The only issue I have is that the Decepticon symbol is upside down on the wings, and it should be facing, or it should be facing, pointing down like that, not across. So I'm gonna see if there's a way to rub out that Decepticon symbol, and I'll put in a repo label. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not bad looking. I like it. There's just some issues when it comes down to its to it being flushed and connecting properly. But it looks like, I think I may have nipped it in the bud here, or maybe not. Oh, come on. Ah, son of a bitch. Alright. Yeah, that's the best I'm gonna be able to do with this. It could be just that it's my copy, you know, that I'm having this issue. Yeah, it's not staying flushed. But again, it could be just my copy. But all in all, it's not a bad figure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Siege Starscream, do size and design comparisons, and after that I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright, there they are, side by side. You know, Siege as well as Earthrise Starscream. And you can see similarities in their color schemes. But other than that, they are complete polar opposites in terms of their body form. Again, you know, you do see the the before and after. Now, again, this is the Siege version is loosely based off of the episode 1 of the original G1 series, which had this Tetrajet mode. Now, of course, I do believe and I do recall Toy Hacks do having upgrade kits for these Tetrajet vehicles, which extends the tail rudder a little bit higher, and I think there was also some repo labels to go along with it. But I mean, it was pretty awesome, and I have seen third-party versions of these Tetrajet forms, so they were pretty awesome back in the day. But again, there you are with both versions. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert them both back into robot modes, do a side-by-side comparison, and finally give you my final thoughts. Alright folks, there they are, transformed, posed up. As you can tell, there are some physical similarities in terms of color schemes, the way their bodies are shaped, and whatnot. It seems that, Siege Starscream is just about maybe a head taller or so than Earthrise. It could be because of the high heels he's wearing, and he's wearing flats on this one. That was something else that I noticed, is that his feet are a little bit more stubby. Again, it could be because of the way they're transformed. Not to mention, and as I'm looking at him now, unlike you see on his feet, he's got the little thrusters underneath, which is reminiscent of the old G1 toy or the G1 figure. You don't see that here on Earthrise, which is kind of a shame, because I would expect that they would try and be as faithful to the original toy. So, but there they are. Now, again, other than probably the QC issue that I'm experiencing with mine, I'm not saying that is probably what you'll find on all of them. Again, this could be just an issue with mine in particular, but it's something I can pretty much overlook. I mean, if the legs were falling off, or the arms just will not stay on, then I pretty much would have a major gripe and contact Hasbro about that. But other than that, it's and not to mention the label, the Decepticon logo that's on the wings, how they're shown upside down when they're supposed to be, for anyone that's seen this figure more times than I care to count, it's supposed to be on there. So if Toy Hacks is planning to go ahead and do repo labels that will cover up that portion of the wing with a correctly labeled version, fine. If not, someone shoot me some word on how to just remove that logo, and I'll just put on a Toy Hacks label with the Decepticon symbol on there, and that will pretty much end all my griping on that. But this is other than all that, it's a good figure. I like it. It's reminiscent of its G1 origins, as well as the Generations take on it. So those are my thoughts on the figure itself. I'd like to hear from you. What is your take on the figure? If you have any comments, suggestions, concerns, leave them in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. It will help my channel out tremendously. And look back on my channel on the other episodes I have created. Considering that we're basically under lockdown at this point in time. There's not much more we can do other than watch Netflix, Hulu, or YouTube videos. So take the opportunity, check out my videos, tell me what you think. I would surely appreciate that. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Want you all to be safe out there. Peace.